Okay, great. So now that everybody is here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody. My name is Allie Banks. I am here to help make buying your next home as smooth and straightforward as possible. Today, I will take you through each stage of the home buying journey, starting with setting your budget and ending with getting the keys to your new home. So, for those of you who do not know me, I'm Allie. I'm a real estate agent. I'm also a mom and a wife and a homemaker. My other moms know that that means I'm very busy, but really and truly, all of these roles are what make me so passionate about helping everyday families achieve homeownership with practical advice and support every step of the way. Over here, you'll see our roadmap. We will cover setting a budget, finding the home, making an offer, the inspection, and finally the big day, closing. Knowing what to expect will make the process so much less intimidating. Okay, here is a high level look at how the process flows from start to finish. And I know it looks crazy, but y'all mostly have to tackle the fun stuff, and I'll take care of the rest of it, so don't worry. Closing usually takes about 30 days from an accepted offer, and we'll keep things moving along with a timeline that suits your schedule. Then you have your timeline over here. And I'm going to skip a couple of these pages and I'm going to be sending you guys this document so you can really look through it at your leisure. But I'm gonna hit points real quick and then move on. So, setting your budget. The budget is so important, and it's so important to start here for several reasons. First of all, you have to think about what's comfortable for you monthly, and a lender can help you crunch those numbers. But aim for a mortgage that's around a third of your take-home pay. Okay. Another part of your budget that you have to consider is your agent compensation. So let's talk about how real estate agents get compensated. Typically, there's two agents involved, right? You have your buyer's agent and your seller's agent. In most cases, the seller covers the commission for both agents, often around 3% each, which makes the home more attractive to buyers by reducing their upfront costs. So they don't have to take this into consideration when setting their budget, right? However, recent changes mean that this isn't always a given. So buyers need to be prepared to cover this cost if needed, which is why it makes agent compensation another point to consider when setting your budget. And so, like, why hire an agent, right? It saves you a whole lot of time, saves you a whole lot of money, and it really protects you from potential legal issues. And you can see down here, unrepresented buyers account for a pretty large percentage of real estate lawsuits. As your agent, I will work to negotiate the very best terms for you and make sure that we stay on track all the way through closing. So as far as the budget is concerned, you also have your down payment and your closing costs to consider when setting your budget. And contrary to popular belief, your down payment does not need to be 20% of the purchase price. Your lender can tell you more about their loan programs and available down payment assistance programs. And closing costs are typically 1 to 2% of the purchase price. Now, some of these costs are negotiable within the deal. So don't think that you'll always pay all of your agent compensation or all of your closing costs. Some of those costs can be paid by the seller. And I'm not going to go into the weeds on all of this, but I'll just say everything in real estate is negotiable. All right. So let's go ahead and skip over to the fun part, shall we? The wish list. So we're going to start by dreaming big, dreaming with the lid off. All of the things you can think of that you would want in your dream home, right? And then we're going to narrow that down to your must-haves. Do you need a backyard? Do you need a fence in the backyard because you got like a big dog or something? How many bedrooms do you need, right? Proximity to school. So you got kids to take to school. Is it the right school district that you want to be in? Things like that, like necessities, you know? And then once we have our budget and our wish list, we know how much we can afford and we know what we want. Now we're going to go talk to our lender and we're going to begin the pre-approval process. This ensures that we're only looking at homes within reach and we're signaling to sellers that we're serious and ready to buy. So once we get our pre-approval, we know how much we can spend, we know what we're looking for. Now we're going to work on finding our new home. At this point, you and I will be working as a team to find this home. You will have all of your home buying apps like the Zillow and the Redfin and the Realtor.com, all that stuff. And I will help set you up with a custom search through the MLS so that you'll get alerts when new listings that match your criteria pop up onto the market. I will also be doing what I call matchmaking, which is where I connect with other agents to see if they have any off-market listings that match your criteria. And I'll be on the MLS all the time too, trying to see if I can find any houses that maybe we overlooked that fit what you're looking for. Which is why I say that we're working as a team at this point to try to find you the very perfect home. And so once we do that, we are under contract. So now what? Now we have to navigate through some pretty important steps. This is submitting your earnest deposit, completing the inspection and the due diligence period, and ordering the appraisal. This is a very critical point in the home buying journey to make sure that everything is in order with the property. The earnest deposit is like a good faith commitment. During the inspection period, it is highly recommended that you hire a professional to thoroughly review the property. And at that point, we'll negotiate any needed repairs before moving forward to the appraisal. If you're selling a home to buy this one, then we'll need to coordinate timelines for that. Keep communication open with your lender to ensure that everything is on track and avoid any big purchases until we close. No major purchases. Don't open any new lines of credit. You have to be very careful not to flag anything kind of on the money side of the deal. And then a few days before closing, we'll go do a final walkthrough of the house to check and make sure that the home is as expected and that all agreed repairs are completed. This is your chance to ensure that everything is ready for move-in. And then once we get through that, we get to closing day. And closing day, you will either sign with a title company or with a notary at home. And once the documents are signed, they are recorded with the county, and then it's official. You are a homeowner. And these are just, we don't need to look at that. Let's see. Those are my reviews if you wanted to look at my reviews. Okay. So if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. I saw some pop up in the comments. I will make note of all of those questions and I will call each and every one of you and answer those questions. And if you guys think of any more after we log off of here, feel free to just send them my way and I'm more than happy to answer them. Okay. Thank you so much for coming and listening to me talk. I totally appreciate it. And I hope to hear from you guys very soon.